Welcome to the astrology for the week of August the 25th to the 31st. Wow. Venus is going to bring us some surprises that we're really going to love. She brings us what we desire, what we really want, what we yearn for in love and romance and goodness and kindness and all of the yummy things about being alive. And she hooks up with Uranus, which means we'll get it in a surprising way. And she hooks up with Saturn and Neptune that says maybe a long-range fantasy vision or goal can come true. Any surprises in love, money, career, ambition, whatever we desire is likely to show up in long-lasting ways, but also in unexpected ways. This week of the 25th of August to the 31st, it starts out on Monday when she enters into the sign of Leo, where she's got entitlement, throne, queen on her diva, storyline, energy. And she's going to be in Leo all the way till the 18th of September. And this first week of her intro also pits her into an opposition with Pluto. The love of power and the power of love is a story that you might investigate this week as well. No, that's not an angel coming down from the heavens, but I wish it was. That is me on a vacation outside in an area near Leavenworth, Washington. And so I'm recording for you on August the 16th. There's a bit of a windstorm out here, and I'm hoping the mic is going to filter for that. It's too dark in this log cabin for me to record without a ring light. So you're dealing with Lori on the outdoors doing her best to make a video for you guys on Monday. So today, my name is Lori Lothian. Welcome if you're new, and welcome back to my regulars. Today's story is really focused on what Venus is up to. Not only does she do this amazing, unexpected, long-term gain surprise developments in some part of our chart, based primarily on the Leo part of our sky, the Gemini part of our sky, and the Aries part of our sky. Okay, that's the zone of major influence this week ahead. But at the end of the week on Saturday, she hooks up in a lovely flow to the moon. So next Saturday, or Saturday, my time zone, 30th of the month, is going to also bring some sort of a sweet feeling of satisfaction in something. So let's go ahead and show you the chart. I draw one card for you guys today in my deck, the handy travel deck, the Nouveau Tarot. I'm a tarot reader as well. And I'll draw a card to show you what you might want to focus on in alignment with what I will call the mini grand trine of good fortune and rare luck that she's bringing into our sky Monday through to Sunday. You feel the whole thingy unfolding, but it's very active, the mini grand trine, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Let me show you the chart. Thank you for bearing with this. I hope the recording doesn't have wind howling in the background or static on my mic, but I did adjust the mic for high filter. So if it is a little iffy, I might have to record the rest of this video inside, but turn off the video because you won't see me. I'll just be in a dark log cabin. Okay, so here we have the sky as we open up on Monday, August the 25th. And today's video for your sign only. I don't have a world astrology design on the sky, but I will mention one thing. For those of you who love world astrology, for those of you who don't, okay, don't worry. That's why we have timestamps pinned to the comments, timestamps in the description box. You can just jump to your very own sign and ignore any introductions to the world astrology. But in world astrology events, this might indicate stories I want you to pay attention to for the world astrology people. There's a moon at 3 Libra as we enter into Monday. And the moon here, this will be around 1:30 in the afternoon in Leavenworth, Washington on Monday. This is going to hit what's a kite formation in our sky that's going to continually be activated in very intense ways on September 18th with Mercury at the bottom of the kite. And then on the 22nd, 23rd with the sun holding that kite in the sky. This is an important formation. It can bring big world events, and this moon is foreshadowing that. I don't think things happen on this date of August the 25th when the moon makes the kite handles happen, but rather it foreshadows September 18th events and maybe even the 22nd of September. So just keep that in mind as a marker for the future. And of course, we have Venus up here in the sign of Leo through to the 18th of September. She's quite strong here. And you'll notice that Leo is a sign that belongs to certain people, places, and things. It may or may not be the rising sign of Palestine. It's based on a Yasser Arafat chart, but it's certainly connected to the Camp David peace accords or something like that. But it certainly is literally going to be true for Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, and the nation of Iran also has both a Aries and a Leo rising, depending on which chart you're using, right? Depending on if it's, to do with the Ayatollah or the formation of the Republic. But you'll see here, there's Venus and there's Aries and there's flow. And this is good for, let's say, Iran. This is not too bad for Donald Trump or J.D. Vance. This could also equal peace in Palestine, a final solution to the chaotic and world turbulent stories that are going on there. And so Venus is a goddess of peace. She is working her magic the best she can through royal people, kings and leaders. So any kings or leaders can communicate, negotiate peace, particularly, of course, Trump belongs to the Leo sky, Vance belongs to the Leo sky, but other people may as well. The rising sign of Iran is in the Leo chart, 17 degrees of Leo, and that's right on that Mercury on Monday. So maybe Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, expect Iran to be in the news cycle in some positive way and may involve positive peace stories, especially Monday and Tuesday. Also notice that flowing to Saturn means lasting, enduring, but with retrograde Saturn, it will have to be readdressed later on next year. So it won't be stable for sure if peace is formed with Iran or the Middle East situation. Well, it may be established at some level this week ahead. I would think when we get Saturn back here next February, there'll be a renegotiation or a deeper grinding into whatever agreements were tentatively formed. Now, I'm pretty sure this mic is going to sound like a static hot mess, so I'm going to record the rest of the video inside the cabin. You're going to lose any image of me, I know that. So what we'll do is don't worry about me. I'll just maybe go to the background, of looking at the screen without my video on. I'll just be in a dark cave. So let's move us right now to the interior of this cabin. One more thing to say about this before I do that. This is going to be the thing that we're focused on here. This little triangle right here. Can you see that? That's exciting. Yes, Venus is opposite Pluto. That's called like a cradle here. And this cradle is opening up opportunities over here for the world and individually. But Venus opposite Pluto, kaboom. You're going to be in touch with cathartic love and power stories on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Transformation in existing love stories. Sometimes obsessive and jealous and betrayal and love stories, maybe matters to do with power and control and wealth, power and control in each of our lives for a single day or two. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It'll kind of be felt by all of us. But that is to say, over here, she's doing something so good that it doesn't really matter about this. Even opposite Pluto, she's forming a wedge to Saturn, which again says soft, powerful, transformational energies around peace, money, love, cathartic, power of love or power stories. Now I'm going to pause this recording so that I can move us indoors. This is ridiculous, and I'll see you on the other side. I'm back from the windstorm outside. I'm hoping that any of that intro, you can actually hear me through the wind. Goodness gracious, that's kind of funny. I'm not going to start recording all over again. I'm just going to cross my fingers for the best. And here we get going on the all signs portion of our story. So we're starting with Aries, and I want to encourage you to think about this as like where lucky opportunity can unexpectedly find you in blessed, fated ways. Saturn's the Lord of time and karma, and also bring lasting, enduring changes to your life. It's not just about this first week of Venus and Leo, though that is a wonderful beginning of her 3-week transit. It's also about how this could like literally jumpstart something in your life that's about a long held wish, dream, and desire. For Venus is flowing to Neptune and to Saturn. And that is like, where are your cherished values and goals and dreams coming to fruition right before your very eyes, yet in unexpected ways? So I'm going to share that with you. And I have an outro. I want to talk about synchronicity versus manifestation. I had an experience today I'm still reflecting on August the 16th, for those of you who like my musings on my outro, where I share astrological tools and techniques or things to do with synchronicity and how the world does work. I'm going to share a great story at the end. Timestamps will be there for you. And if you're new to my channel and you didn't know this, I do teach astrology. I'll be teaching my Sky Reader class on the September 27th start date. In the description box below, you can get on the early bird discount waitlist for a discount code when the enrollment card opens, maybe around the 22nd, 3rd of August. I'm a bit behind. And we'll run 6 weeks live, weekly Q&As, 4 guest teachers teaching modules on everything from astrocartography to Sabian symbols to zodiacal releasing. You get those guest modules. I'm teaching you how to time your best life and be your own astrologer by reading your natal sky and being able to apply that energy towards easy and simple divine timing tools of ancient astrology, not modern. If you want to learn all about this and be part of my class cohort this year, I only teach it once a year. It's going to run 6 weeks starting September the 27th to November the 1st. Come join me in Skyreader. Oh, by the way, you get to keep the content forever on my teaching platform. So therefore, if you can't make a class, there's always replay access and it's yours forever and ever and ever. All right, so let's get going. All right, first of all, we're going to show you the sky again. I got myself out of the windstorm. I'm propping you guys up on several books on top of a footstool here. All right, and what we've got going in this sky is the following screenshot of the pictures of the sky. Yeah, where we go. Great, gracious goodness, here we have it. Now, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit my notification bell if you like mostly all signs content as well as a dash of world astrology. This kind of small act by you guys helps. I think I have 60% of my regular subscribers are subscribed according to my back end metrics. You know, if I get to 70% of my regular subscribers are subscribed, that's a YouTube goal. So come on, guys, just try me out for a while on the subscription button. I appreciate that a lot. Now, here we have the sky, except for Scorpio, right? So I'm going to move us over. This is kind of cluttered. Some of you like to follow astrology. So I might just move everybody out except for Venus, Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus and Pluto. And that makes the story simple. Now we have eclipses coming up in September. And behind this video, the day before, I have my eclipse preview video already out. Go watch that. We'll take the nodes out because they're the eclipse story. We don't really need them. We'll take out, we'll keep Chiron in there. Who am I taking out to make it simpler? Well, it's hard to take anybody out of this sky and still get the results I want. We'll take Mars out. He's going to distract us in Libra. And I think that might clear the air for what I'm trying to accomplish this week ahead in the astrology without making it way too cluttered. Let's take a look at that sky and see how that looks now. You see it, I don't. Oh, it still looks pretty bad because of the moon. Reminding you this is still a part of the new moon energy. It is, you know, coming through from the Virgo new moon on the 23rd of the month. So there is a lot of new moon energy going on Monday still, and the moon holds the kite. And I think I told you guys this. I had to start recording again because of the wind. This will forecast the 18th, and this will forecast the 22nd of September. So if you pin this date, world events happening here on Monday the 25th, off the Virgo new moon, will take us to stories that will unfold with much more clarity, especially on the 18th, and then on the 22nd of September, when both Mercury and then the sun hold the kite. All right, so hang on. I'm taking out, I am taking out the sun, not the sun. Well, actually, you take the sun out too. And we're going to take out the moon. I just want to make it an easy sky as I circle around each sign. There's the cradle that I told you about. I can't delineate a whole cradle here. If you're born with one, that's another thing. This is really what the world is experiencing. Like a basket or a cradle is open to inviting in Libra and Scorpio storylines. This is kind of like where the cradle, where you could say Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, and Sag storylines into the bucket or the cradle. However, I find in real practice that this is actually very much more activating of this. Like, see this little bottom of the cradle? See that little intersection between between Gemini and between Aries right here, where the sextile exists between Saturn and Uranus. That part of the bottom of this formation invites direct response from this. The 12th, well, not the 12th, it doesn't matter what the house is. The Gemini and Aries bottom of this bucket cradle formation invites response from Libra and Scorpio parts of the sky. And actually with right now, sun and the moon over here, you could also say that this week invites a lot of response to what we want to receive in positive ways, right, from the moon in Libra Monday and Tuesday. But I'm not going to do that story. The moon is moving quickly. Just understand that my experience of this pattern is it really activates these two houses here, right? Which would be creating a mystic rectangle if we were to actually draw it like this. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to add the Aries story first on Monday, and we're going to go through each sign, and we're going to talk about the surprising positive mini trine of luck, but also it's connected to Pluto, as you can see, and there's that wedge is forming this. And the theme I'm going to try to help you understand that's activating Monday through Wednesday, all right, is about a very profound, once in a lifetime, first in a lifetime type of a sky. Okay. I wish I'd started this with a completely different starting point, which I would have said first in a lifetime opportunity for you to engage in a massive dream come true or goal that you wish to attract or something you yearn to experience on the earthly plane, Venus, relative to your Leo sky. It can come through in unexpected, exciting, lucky ways. This connected to long-term and lasting results. All right, so let's go ahead and start off with the Aries people. So Aries, we start off on Monday, and I'm going to have to move us ahead a day so it looks like Monday for those of you who are confused. Monday, August the 25th, you'll notice that Venus has entered into the sign of Leo. And if I go back a day, she's not quite there. So that's why we're moving it forward. So on Monday, when she moves into Leo, and she'll be here, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising until, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I didn't start off with my intro. You know, Sun is your career and purpose. Moon is your home and home-based needs. And the Rising is your avatar in the simulation. So it's very circumstantially sensitive. It is your character, your sense of self. Okay, so Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I feel like this is going to take you into a massive entrepreneurial or creative breakthrough. Literally, you could have some kind of shift where you go viral, something you put online takes off. Uranus and Venus, Uranus is in the house of social media, online world stuff, and Venus is in the house of entrepreneurial creativity. And when you add that, Uranus is also in the house of teaching. So learning, teaching, speaking, communicating, entrepreneurial or online surprises. Venus can be very deliberately celebratory here, like a celebrity, a famous energy can happen here. A little bit of a perk of viral and fame could happen for some of you. But also your fifth house is the house of romantic love. What do you yearn for in your creativity, in your entrepreneurial endeavors, in regards to your romantic love stories? And because Venus is opposite Pluto, there can be massive transformational energies coming through when it comes to love and romance and commitment, given that Venus rules your seventh house. And there's surprises as well. Love surprises. Single Aries, you could meet somebody because you're in a learning or traveling or teaching environment. Kaboom, this week opens up that story. If you've been yearning for love, you're lucky in love. She's on a lucky degree exactly on Monday. With her flow to Saturn, something to do with lasting, enduring results in love, in creativity and art and muse-inspired projects, in matters to do with your entrepreneurial business if you have one. And Neptune rules all the videography platforms. So if you're one of those people who uses the whole online world for, video platform content, that's going to open up a really exciting time for you to succeed at something in the online world. You're deeper than that is, what are the long range goals and dreams that you're looking into? You're kind of revising and going back to refine them. Writing projects are the third house. You could have a big pop in a writing endeavor, an unexpected surprising success regarding writing projects as well. And one of the other elements of this is, how are you actually wanting to look at positive developments with your children? This can be a fertility transit for somebody like wanting to be pregnant and you're surprised, but it happened. You got pregnant this week or your partner did. Or it can be an element of children you already have and some positive, surprising developments in the life of one of your children. In this case, particularly, probably, it can be your firstborn or secondborn in this chart. Okay, either one. With Pluto in the house of friends, one thing I keep your eye on this whole week ahead with Venus in her opposition is, where do you need to have a rebirth in love, a death and rebirth experience? But it may be very transformative, intense, cathartic, right? It may be like literally like a volcanic, like catharsis, a purging in love. But, this is a sexual and romantic love house, and you may have a transformational turning point experience Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday in romantic love. And you may break through something with Uranus in your ideas about love, or the way you communicate in the context of long-term love, romance, and sexuality, whether you're with somebody already or not. This is pretty intense, but positive energy for you. And I'm wishing the very best. Don't forget, on Saturday coming up this week, we're going to have a one-day event, really. Well, it could be Saturday into Sunday, but it's definitely happening on Saturday, that you're going to find the moon will activate Venus, okay, on Saturday. It kind of lingers until Sunday. And this is such a beautiful story, because the moon coming through in the sky brings a kind of sextile blessing. The moon will be, let me get that right. Maybe put the moon back in, because I want to double check why I thought the moon was important Sunday. It's not, it must be she's fire trining. The moon must be in Aries, but let's double check where the darn that moon is on that day. Apologize. I looked at it earlier. So let's just move the moon in and find out where the moon is on Saturday. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I'm having tech issues and everything. It's working on your vacation. Sometimes it's fun, and sometimes it's like, hey, I'm working on my vacation, but hey, you got to feed the algorithm, the content beast, right? There's the moon in Libra sextiling Venus as we open up Monday. Just yet another yay story. I'm thinking I'm going to leave the moon in there, because this is really good for you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, for committed love and romantic storylines, getting some exciting new and fresh developments. But by the time we get to Saturday, the moon is fire trining somewhere from Sag. Okay. So now I know what I'm doing. And then the moon on Saturday will fire trine from the 9th house. And I do like that finishing touch this week. So look for Saturday, Sunday to look like events that have to do with success with foreign international book publishing, and creative projects to do with publications, including things like Substack, really fruiting and becoming blossoming. It's a blossoming energy from the moon's activation in the beginning of the week, and then fruiting out with some positive juice in the 9th house on Saturday. Let's move on to the next sign and the next sign. And then, oh, wait a minute. I almost forgot to draw a card for you guys. So, fellow Aries, I'm a sun and moon. What do we have for you? What is your card from the Nouveau Tarot? Golden Art Nouveau Tarot. And what is it that you might want to pay attention to as a primary theme, especially regarding what I am thinking of here, is how this plays out for you with Monday through Thursday. You're going to feel Monday through Thursday, this exciting energy, probably even feel it Sunday, but no, we need Venus and Leo. So Monday through Thursday, what are these breakthroughs, unexpected developments, positive surprises around art, creativity, entrepreneurship? Ooh, lottery wins. How did I almost forget lottery wins? You can win the lottery off of 5th house matters, and the pennies from heaven and wealth, 11th house, winning money for some of you. Oh, you need to be like the fool, taking a leap of faith, playing this game of life with the spirit of a child, innocence and wonder, spirit plays and matter. It's a lucky card. It's like a very lucky energy, and it's 0 degrees where Venus sits Monday, which is also lucky, but it's also about that innocence, wonder, joy, and spirit of playing in the game. India, like Hindu astrology, Hindu cosmology would call it the Leela, the play of God. So you feel like you're in the game of God. It's like you're playing a game of Monopoly and you got Park Square. You know what I mean? So something good is trying to happen there for us Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a look at the next sign, which is our Tauruses. Now, Taurus, you're Venus ruled. You watch that girl because she's the one who has your back. She's moving into the sign of Leo, your property, homeland, and real estate on Monday through to September 18th. As she comes into Leo, she wakes up in a beautiful sky. First of all, let's keep the simplest thing obvious. Monday, Tuesday, there's a transformational, cathartic death and rebirth power struggle or love of power of love in the workplace, in the career space, in the top of the sky vis-a-vis your home and private life. And this could be very exciting as well, because with Saturn's placement, it could lead to some kind of exciting developments regarding prosperity and wealth connected to your work and your home life. And I think backroom deals and negotiations would be a key way that happens. In the meantime, what I'm really loving is this little mini trine that forms right here. This can bring a nice little bolt of exciting luck and opportunity that you don't really see coming, but when it comes, you're grateful. And it's about money. Uranus is in your money house, earnings, resources, and possessions. Venus is in the 4th house of property, land, and real estate. Saturn is in the house of backroom deals and negotiations. Now, one more thing to say. Well, you could get a nice little money bolt out of this, a jolt of money. There's 2 other elements here. Saturn is in the house of self-undoing, and Uranus is in the house of what you put in your mouth and nose. And Venus is at home alone. So in the midnight hour, a surprising clarity or insight or breakthrough around self-undoing connected to dietary habit and ingestion of bad substances that may be Neptune addictive. And you can have a real breakthrough moment to heal that. But you could also look at Saturn, sadly, as somebody who's in a hospital setting, who's elder, with Pluto in the house of father figures in a hospital setting, leading to some kind of financial gain, just for very few Tauruses. More deeply, with Uranus in the 1st house, it's the rags to riches transit. You'll have it for 7 years. It can also bring riches to rags. It means this kind of electric staccato energy around how much money you have. Money doesn't come steadily. It comes in and out, on and off, up and down with lightning strike energy. And that's the story you're going to live with for 7 years. And right now you're just testing the waters of that. But with a Venus sextile to Leo, hitting up on a Pluto angle for Uranus, it could bring you a bit of money that you didn't see coming in exciting, positive ways connected to your family of origin. Doesn't have to be because someone's dying. Could even be there's some moon in Libra. Mama pays off a debt for you. Mom comes into some money, or you could get an unexpected positive job opportunity off of the sky this week as well because of the lunar placement. All said and done, what do you deeply yearn for from the bottom of your soul, from the depths of your being where Venus is sitting? And what kinds of values and goals and yearnings for your whole life are you holding within you, connected to your childhood, and how some of those childhood wants, you're a little kid and you think, I want to be an astronaut when I grow up. I want to be a famous model. What did you actually yearn for as a child? You're getting in touch with some of that. And surprisingly, I think some of your deeper yearnings will come true. If you were ever an artist and you never had a chance to express, unexpectedly you have an opportunity. And some of this looks like coming through the career front. All right. So, maybe there's a shift in the work environment that lets you express some of the yearnings of your artistic, creative, or performative nature that Venus and Leo is trying to get you back in touch with. Now, lastly, on this front, unexpected surprises in your 2nd house vis-a-vis the moon and Venus is rental opportunity. You have an unexpected chance to pursue a rental opportunity for a home in your, where you live, or a change of home connected to rentals in surprising, unexpected ways. That's a good story for you in the sky as well. So, and a Taurus, don't ever think that you're out of the storyline here. You've been going through a lot of Mars-Uranus upsets over the last 3 years, since 2021, with the last one in July. You might feel sometimes your life is topsy-turvy, and those conjunctions are leaving you for good for this lifetime. They're ending now. So this is one of the most benevolent skies I've seen for a Taurus in a long time. If you need to pay down debt, if you need to find the most beautiful home, if you want to have more money for that beautiful home, rental or not, if you want to heal an addiction or self-undoing pattern, and you want to power up in your career at the same time, I don't know where to go. The sky is favoring all of those things for you. Yes, Monday through Wednesday, it's most entitled or strong, but it flows all week. Then on Saturday, we get the moon in your 8th house of banks, mortgages, financing, inheritance money. And you're going to see a successful conclusion to financial matters in a positive way, especially if you've been worried about it, by the time we see Saturday and Sunday in this week ahead. I'm going to draw a card for you. Don't forget, this is general bell curve astrology. Your natal chart is got a different, it's the same story, guys, Taurus sun is your career. Taurus moon is your home. Taurus rising is your everything about you. But, and there's a big qualifier in my dark house where I don't have enough light. And the qualifier is that your natal chart is specific to you. So again, don't complain if I say something that doesn't happen. Don't forget to like and subscribe. What card am I drawing for you? I have to go down to the floor here. The Magician. You are the magician of your life. I can't believe I've got two major arcanas in a row. For Aries, they had the Fool. This is where you draw down. You have all the elements, earth, air, water, and fire at your disposal on your magical talismanic table. You have all the power to lift your hand to the heavens and bring down the will of God and make your will God's will. Thy will is my will. I will to will thy will. Take your pick. Channel divine impulse, make magic happen. You are the maestro magician of your reality. And the magician, which is Mercury, is sitting right next to Venus in her Leo placement for you. Let me know in the comments how this week plays out for you. I'd love to hear about it. Now we're moving on to the next sign, and the next sign will be Gemini, sun, moon, and rising. So Geminis, let's get you in there. Gemini sun, career matters. Gemini moon, home base matters. Gemini rising, any part of your life can be activated. I mean, you're open for offers. So Geminis, it's like, okay, what the hell, right? This is an incredible sky. And I'm liking it a lot for you because what I think you're going to see happen here is you're going to find you are a genius. You are like coming up with strokes of genius insights. When Uranus is in the first house, you are like working on another level. You know what I mean? Kaboom, you got it. And on top of that, Venus is supporting the genius within you, the mad that pineal gland downloads that are coming at you. And she's in your third house this week. Monday through Thursday is pretty powerful, where she's hooking up with Uranus and she's suggesting to you that ideas you have coming up, or rule breaking, busting outside the coloring outside the lines of what you think you're capable of, leads to third house success in writing, success in communicating, success in online social media sphere, success in writing and teaching projects, maybe success in marketing and selling. With the flow to the moon early on Monday and Tuesday in your fifth house, there's also an activation of entrepreneurial, artistic, and creative energies dovetailing with this exciting sky. One thing about this storyline as well is Venus is what you desire and what you wish to attract. And she's saying, what do you want to attract in your writing, communicating, marketing, selling, learning, and teaching sky? What is it you want to bring to you? And Mercury there is helping her, right? He's putting her into the right marketing, selling, negotiating, communicating mindset. With Pluto opposite Venus in the ninth house, anything to do with publications is highly powerful right now. And you might find yourself having cathartic, transformative breakthroughs in communications projects that involve the word publications. It could be book publishing. It could be, publishing on magazines or Substack or media, social media. I'm not sure which. You might also be having a deep transformation of what you yearn for in alignment with your purpose and meaning of life, and deep, profound insights that you uncover and understand more about what it is you really want to pull into your life, yearn to bring to you. It could be some exciting developments with a sibling one younger than you. It could also be some exciting developments regarding aunts, uncles, cousins, nieces, and nephews. When I look at Saturn making this beautiful mini trine, you may have some long-range goals and dreams, visions and plans that you've been activating and thinking about in the last, ever since March when Neptune entered here, and yet you have been unable till now to fulfill them. Both planets are retrograde, which actually makes it easier, and Saturn says lasting results. Saturn says you can have a lasting, long game, new dream and goal mature and come to fruition in unexpected, exciting, and surprising ways, and evidence for that this week ahead. Your gains and profits from your career belong to the 11th house, and Saturn is really knuckling down to stabilize those as well as bring visionary power to those dreams and goals for your career gains. If you always thought, for example, I'll never make more than $60,000 a year in my career, right? Then you can up level that now. I remember thinking, oh my God, guys, I remember because I have a progressed Gemini sun for my career. I remember thinking it'd be so amazing if I could ever make on my YouTube and all my work I do, $2,000 a month, I would be like beyond thrilled, right? That's how humble I was about this business. And that is like something I've so catapulted past. And so even now, I think I've got a limit. I can never be the person who makes this much money, because this is going to activate money for you as well with Jupiter in the second. So think beyond your possible limits. The sky's the limit thinking patterns, and use the energy of Uranus for original, inventive, and breaking the rules to create this kind of dream come true career success, profitability, and use your natural gifts and talents. That's what the moon is saying this week ahead. Learn to harness the things you're already good at. That's the things you were born to be good at. And those are the superpowers that can bring you this greater profitability and success in the gains of your career, and be original and inventive and break the rules, because the more you break the rules, the more successful you are in whatever way you create the earnings and gains in your career at this point. Finally, I'll just end up with unexpected travel opportunities. Doesn't mean you take the trip this week, but you might come into an offer or a suggestion of some trip that you didn't see coming, and you may begin to plan or book or get it ready. Okay, that's another story for you. Let's draw a card for how this exciting, amazing, beautiful last week of August is. We're talking about the 25th to the 31st. Now, we did come off of the really luckiest week of the year last week, and we're still riding on the afterglow of that, just so you know. It's not like it's a one and done. Boy, it is darker and darker in here. Here we go. What do you need to know? And oh my God, all major arcana. You can't make this up. There is a mini grand trine and a cradle in the sky. And we did have 78 cards. So, all right. So this is the alchemical mixing bowl of balancing alchemical opposites into one cup. It's alchemical transformation energy, but it's also universal art. It's also healing. It has a lot to do with the aspirations that are at the level of 14. That's the 14th card of the Arcana. I had an insight about this card recently connected to cosmology, and I can't remember what it was. Damn, I should have written it down. It's a number 14 connection. Okay, it'll come back to me. There's an angel in the card. Let's just take it literally. Get a little prayer going. Say a little prayer for yourself. Ask for what you want. Ask for divine guidance. Reach out to your guides. Ask for your angel guides and supporters and guardian angels to help you. I'm going to go literal on that. But on the other hand, you're finding the alchemical mixing between heaven and earth, masculine and feminine, high and low, and bringing it into harmonious balance. And you might find that you've been tempered by life, that you've been tested and tried, and like steel that's tempered, you're strong and you're ready for your success. And this week is one of those weeks that I think you'll look back on for a lot of you, and you'll think, wow, that was a nice week. And it really changed a lot of things positively in unexpected ways. By the way, this is general bell curve astrology, meaning central tendencies. You're not all going to have the same level of success here, because it depends on your natal sky, your perfection age, and your time lords. But it is a positive sky, all said and done for Gemini, sun, moon, and rising. Let's go on to the next sign, shall we? I think we shall. The next sign we're talking about, the next sign we're talking about is going to be the Cancer, sun, moon, and rising in the week ahead. So the week ahead for you guys is full of that beautiful Venus in the second house of money and resources. And she will always try to bring you what you yearn for. Hopefully you yearn for more financial success and wellness and more possessions that bring you joy. And she's there to bring them to you. And you could get them through marketing, selling, buying, and communicating. Thank you, Mercury. And it might be something you want in and from your home, with the moon sextile early on Monday, Tuesday. You might have something you want, to possess for your home, or a car, or an object of your desire connected to your home, or even an object of a new home. And this is a Venus energy that lights up the sky all week, really. It's intense Monday through Thursday. And because she's hooking up as well to Pluto across the way, there's profound power and transformation regarding money, regarding your relationship and values around money, and regarding money that you share with your partner, spouse, or other people. You're really having a deep revelation about your childhood approach to money with Moon in the fourth. And some of you might be turning a corner on old childhood holdups to you being wealthy or successful or having what money you want or deserve. And so there's some shifting around deep, soulful childhood, past life even changes. Uranus brings surprises from far off distant shores and unexpected places like far off land, someone who lives far from you across the country. And there's some kind of surprise and it's delightful and it increases your financial goodness. With Neptune and Saturn in the 10th house, you could really stabilize some big career goals and dreams and make them real and bring them through in original, inventive, and unusual ways. There could be somebody behind the scenes working on your behalf, and it could include a friend, benefactor, ally, or older sibling who's going to help jumpstart you into a new level of really enjoying a kind of lusciousness and ease around your money story. Possibly, and you're lucky as all hell with Lord Jupiter blessing you right now through till next year, next July. I kind of want to also say if there's some kind of dream or goal or vision of what you want to accomplish in your career that you've never been able to actually create, like it's never happened, you've been holding it for a long time, or maybe it's new and it still feels out of reach. Well, Saturn will be here for 3 years starting next February, and Neptune allows for that vision or goal to be made true and real. And this might be a week where you have the first inkling that some long range goal or dream that has yet to be fulfilled can come to authentic, tangible, external realization, like over the next 3 years starting next February. But this is the first taste of that. It's almost like a foreshadow of some greater success to come. It can be anything. If you're retired, it could be that you have enough money to do nothing. It could be if you have a job or a career path that you're trying to attain something for the first time ever, you see the possibility sprouting this week that your goals and dreams and visions for your career and the gains that you want to achieve from them are possible. Oh, I'll never be successful as an artist. You don't make no money. Artists always starve. No, maybe you can be. I'm thinking of one of my Cancer friends, by the way, who's a brilliant novelist and great writer, never made any money off of her books, but she makes money in another way and she's very successful. It's not her zone of passion. You have a zone of mediocrity, excellence and genius, and the genius zone is where most of us never get to express. Uranus says you, Cancer, can express a career path in your zone of genius and make money doing it. And at the very mundane level, you might want to get something from your home for your home that's very expensive, very precious, pretty dear, or buy or sell a home, and you'll have success in those things this week ahead as well. And so in surprising ways, right? You don't expect it. Uranus is giving you the unexpected. If you do have an addiction, bad habit, self-undoing pattern, you're going to transform it in a blink of an eye. This is where the comforts of the things that aren't good for you that you ingest through your nose and mouth can be completely shifted in an instant. And all of a sudden you no longer desire, crave, or want that thing. This card deck is going to be one more clue. The first 3 signs of this week's astrology, the first 3 signs all had major arcana. I cannot keep that up, right? No, I can't. Okay. Where have you felt in life that all your hard work wasn't necessarily worth it? You're looking at the accumulation of your resources, the money in your bank account, the stability of your home that you maybe purchased or have, paid off, all the things you've done with money and earnings and resources and material success in life. This is where Venus sits in your chart. She's in the Artha house. And you have Saturn in the 10th house and Artha house with Neptune. It's about material wealth and prosperity and reassessment. And I forgot to mention something, but it's okay. And so how in your life and how in your reality this week ahead can you possibly be able to move past that? Maybe there's a new way of seeing the money story. I already covered that for you when I said to you, hey, it's like, where's your true career yearning and how can you have a breakthrough and how can you financially resource yourself with pleasure and joy and satisfaction, not through drudgery and duty, but you love making money the way you make it. And this is a longer cherished dream or goal. So this is what I'd say is really true for you. And sometimes, Minnow Pond always says that's the card of is the juice worth the squeeze? Ask yourself that. Is the way you're currently resourcing yourself financially worth it? Because better things are trying to happen in this week ahead and show you a premonition or a foreshadow of a greater path available to you next year. Okay, when Saturn moves back into direct motion in your 10th house next February. And we'll be there for almost 3 years, 2.5. Okay, we're talking about the next sign. The next sign, it is your Leo sun, moon, and rising. So I love the week ahead for you guys. I want you to understand how precious this rare cradle thingy is, and that you have an unexpectedly beautiful opportunity to be more beautiful, to be more liked and possibly congenial, to shine brightly as a performer, as a creator, as an artist, or to just feel really good about who you are. And as you're in your glow up, as Venus is here in Leo until September 18th, from Monday, the 25th, then we see the opening gambit looking like, can you deal with the transformative power of Pluto in the house of your audience, your marketplace, your fans, or your spouse or your business partner? There may be a bit of a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday tug of war, but it's regenerative, it's life-changing and cathartic. And you're going to use this to create good things here because we see such a glorious, strangely positive sky. Venus is trining Saturn and Neptune in your 9th house, which is to say, she's trying to say, get on purpose already, find your path in life that's true, find your true north, be dharmic, be aligned. And there's Uranus for a surprise or shock. Now, the 9th house is a lucky house. It's a Lakshmi house. It can bring some luck and wealth. Uranus is in a pennies from heaven and windfalls house, and Venus is wealth on your doorstep. Pluto is profound wealth. So it's a kind of dynamic energy that says some Leos may come suddenly into some surprising financial luck. Also, it could involve your career and luck through your career. Also, luck through an ally, benefactor, or sibling one older than you. Unexpected surprises that bring you prosperity or good things. You are riding the wave of support that you didn't expect from that older sibling or that friend, ally, benefactor that gives you the surprising blessing. That's Uranus in your 11th. Because you also have the energy here of the moon in your 3rd house, this still, again, keeps amplifying siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, neighbors, being a part of this exciting sky for you. You may also have some unexpected travel opportunities that knock your socks off and you're so jazzed, you cannot wait to go. And you're going to plan for it or take a big yes on that. If any of you are trying to apply for colleges or universities, you get your dream acceptance letter in this week ahead. And Venus would love for you to travel. She would love for you to take a trip. That's part of what she's going to try to do with the moon traveling through Monday, Tuesday, your 3rd house. It doesn't mean you need to travel Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. It means that you may know of an unexpected, surprising travel opportunity that you can arrange or plan for coming up for you in the week ahead. If you are at all a writer and you work in publishing industry, book publishing in particular, this could be a really great rocket ship of success for you, and long-term results will apply. So an opportunity in publications through writing can emerge for some people. Only cautionary note is if you're married, Pluto's in the house of the spouse. And while this all works out in the wash because of the blue lines you're seeing, there may be a major moment of time with a power struggle to do with money or romantic love stories in the life of your spouse or you with regards to your spouse. And I mean, on Saturday, the moon will travel into your 5th house. It opens up again the energy I'm already talking about, more luck, including windfalls or unexpected surprises that you or your partner are pregnant, depends on your age. And that would be something very obvious to you this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Okay, so then we move on and we talk about the next sign. But before we do, we draw a card for you, Leo, sun, moon, and rising sign, for a guidance point for your week ahead about some of these exciting themes. It's the lovers. Well, it's not the lovers. It's the love affair, the sacred union. The 2 of Cups has that quality of romantic connection to it. And that doesn't surprise me for the weekend coming up Saturday and Sunday, which will be the 30th and 31st, because that's when you're going to feel the energy of the moon in your house of romantic love. Okay. But also you have Venus Pluto on self and other. So again, what's giving on that one? You might be going into a major shift in your long-term love relationship with surprising synergy of recommitment of love, a deeper love between you. I need to plug this baby in. Give me a minute. So that's what I've got for you guys. Let's go on to the next sign. Sorry, I just about lost all of my power in the middle of the recording for you. All right, so next in line, we have the story of the sign of Virgo, sun, moon, and rising sign. First of all, Virgo, the thing you want to pay attention to, I mean, everything is exciting here, is Venus moving on Monday through to the Monday into Leo, and she'll be in Leo all the way through until the 18th of September. And this is really important for you guys because your 12th house placement here, where she's sitting with Mercury when she enters, is really about the things you're doing alone. And it can really bring you inward to enjoy pleasure and satisfaction in your alone time, including bad pleasures. But, you know, you're going to have a lot of time in satisfaction in places of privacy and solitude, including being creative there. And at the same time, she's entered into this part of the chart. She could also have you go traveling to distant shores or far off lands for pleasure and enjoyment. In fact, one of my best friends is a Virgo rising. She'll be in Europe during this time. So starting on the Monday, the 25th through to 18th, those are backdrop stories. This is a beautiful week because she's going to hook up with Uranus for an unexpected breakthrough surprise in the house of weddings and career. And therefore, an unexpected wedding proposal or an unexpected development in your career that's extremely positive. And it comes out of left field. You don't see that baby coming with Venus in your 12th. And you also notice that you've got a beautiful flow to Lord Saturn in your 8th house. And this is going to indicate some money stories are going to be profitable for you for sure. This is literally taking in some money that you don't expect. Could come from a father figure, could come through the career axis. It could come from a female friend in a far off land. But here comes an unexpected money chunk that you're not earning in your day-to-day package of life. Sign-on bonus, severance package, a commission check, investment payoffs, tax refund. Don't know what it is, but money comes your way. But it's also money that can bring sustainability. If it is an inheritance, and it may come through an elder father figure. One other mention here is Pluto across the way. As soon as this week begins, like this is Monday to Thursday, you're feeling what I'm talking about. Pluto is like a profound breakthrough, transformation that's unexpected, connected to work. Work and career matters. This can equally apply to breaking free and breaking through addictions and self-undoing, especially with the moon in the house of what you put in your mouth and up your nose, so to speak, or what you eat. And this could be like a massive little shift that happens with a kind of surprising clarity or surprising effectiveness where you're able to drop the vape, the too much wine, the too much weed, whatever you're doing pretty darn quickly without a lot of hardship. You might think of it this way as well. The moon here is good for your money, and it's going to be, although short-lived, Monday, Tuesday, it's sort of baking in an energy, especially with Jupiter in your 11th, of a kind of a vibration of feeling like pennies from heaven are raining upon you. Like, wow, where did that money come from? I'm so excited by this money. Like I'm so grateful for whatever this little money spot about Monday to Wednesday feels like for you. Your long range thing here is to look at money and shared resources with your partner in love or business and other forms of money in a new light. You want to be more, for instance, original, inventive, and breaking the rules, coloring outside the lines, and how you approach your career vis-a-vis the money you're willing to earn. So if you've always had this sort of like buttoned up approach, into, how I do the work I do or why I do the work I do, something about that wants to dramatically change. Basically. And it can be extremely profitable if you have new ideas or insights from your dreams at night, from your meditations, from just wandering around, town, and suddenly you have a lightning bolt insight about a new path of career. That could really work for you at this time. If you wanted to consult an advisor or a guide about career guidance, or you get some feedback from a boss, you may have an exciting download and suddenly you realize, oh my God, I could do this. I have a Virgo rising girlfriend, and I swear she's really good at doing YouTube videos for her business. I think she should start her own YouTube channel. They're actually Instagram reels, are really short, but she's super funny. And she's been just a quiet backroom Virgo type doing her real estate for 30 years. So I think some Virgos will have these enlightenment moments where they see a whole other path of where their true talents can take them, and they can apply those true talents to new financial gains. So lean into the talents you were born with. Saturn, the ruler of your fifth house, suggests that for greater excitement, breakthroughs, and wealth. This week provides the opportunity to see these things so that you can then take action on them later. Some of you may get some unexpected financial gains from a sibling one older or from a mother figure in your life. Financial blessings this week ahead as well. So let's take a look at the card I have for you. I've been shuffling away in the background, probably that annoying sound that card readers do, like all the time on the tarot channels, drives me nuts. What do we have for you? Okay, so the card I'm having for you is, and the Aries got the same card, the Fool. I want you to think of playing life with the spirit of fun, joy, pleasure, and that's Venus. Breakthrough, excitement, and risk kind of taking in all things. That's Uranus. But also, you're literally like the Fool, right? The holy fool. You're willing to take a leap. Life is a game. Try it. Try if you don't. It's not even that. It's like beginner's mind. Venus is at 0 degrees. Beginner's mind, right? Just try it. See what happens. Nothing to lose. Nothing ventured. Nothing gained. That's the spirit of the play of spirit and matter. Something about this week is either teaching you that, showing you that, reminding you of that. Okay, so keep that in mind. It's a positive card. It's a profoundly positive energy for you. It can bring fresh starts in unexpected ways that bring you gratitude, and you feel like you hooked up to the game board for fun and excitement in the game of life, the Leela, the play of God. All right, we're going to move on to the next sign. The next sign, yeah, I should always travel with a ring light, and I didn't pack it today for this trip. Virgo, Libra, sun, moon, and rising sign. Let me take a sip of water. Give me a break. This is a sky that says, first of all, Venus is moving into your Leo 11th house. She'll be there till the 18th. She gets there Monday. This is going to be good for social time, fun with friends, increase of earnings and success financially based on your career path, more profitable gains in your career. Good energy with Mercury here. It brings a super social glow up, and your people like you. You're liked everywhere you go, and you're having fun everywhere you go. And with Jupiter in your 11th house, you're having such a career glow up anyway. So now it's the gains are more exciting. Friends and networks. You might be asked to speak in front of people, go on seminars, lead groups of people in the work environment. You might be asked to go on someone's podcast or something, or social media sphere event. So there's a lot of love for you during this time in that area. But when we get into Monday through, say, even Thursday, Venus begins to activate Uranus, and there's unexpected surprises to do with distant shores, far off lands, book publishing, publishing deals, things to do with academics and higher education, and foreign lands and anything to do with the word foreign, even foreign shore trips, pilgrimages as well. And that also connects to Saturn to do with long-term committed business partnerships, the way you interact with an audience or marketplace or clients, and also connected to Saturn in the house of long-term love. So all said and done, for example, you could have an unexpected breakthrough connected to a long-term love relationship. You could have unexpected success in a way you've always dreamed you wanted to have that lasts a long time regarding clients and audience outreach. You may have an unexpected breakthrough or insight or download around your deeper purpose in life. And at the same time, with Pluto across from Venus, profound regeneration, renewal, cathartic shifts regarding your relationship to romantic and sexual love, creativity, entrepreneurial success stories. Venus is kind of, can you get a favor from a female in your life who wants to benefit you? And it could indicate success in what is offered, stimulating you to become more regenerative around love and romance or prosperity from career and artistic, entrepreneurial and artistic pursuits. Now, Venus can be revealing with Pluto something to do with a chironic wound around long-term committed love and relationship and sexuality. And that yet it's a very healing energy in our sky because Chiron says we're healing that wound. And so if you always felt like somehow things weren't working in love, romance, long-term commitment, there, something's off kilter for you, breakthroughs are coming through in this week in that area of your life. The moon in your first house is how you're emotionally tempered around this whole story, and the moon rules your career. So in this regard, the moon says career breakthroughs and success for greater wealth and prosperity for a lot of you, not everyone, Libras. And the moon exalts your chunky money. So no matter which way I look at it, it looks like you could have a sign-on bonus or some promotion or raise or chunk of money coming in a singular dispensation this week ahead. But also, the moon is saying with Venus, exceed your career gain limit. Don't know your limit and play within it. There's something about elevating what you're capable of producing in the rewards of your career, especially on the monetary reward front. Let's pick a card for you. What do we have, Libra, for the week ahead? The moon. Okay, so there's a lot about the moon. The moon is the people, and in astrology, the moon represents we the people. The moon's in your first house. You might be addressing the thoughts of what we the people desire or need from you, right? So like looking at what your audience, your marketplace, your seventh house placements, where Pluto power is sitting. I forgot to say a powerful, wealthy person could come into your world this week ahead, like literally a rich person and want to support something. Did I say, no, that's not where Pluto is. I've on the sun. Oh, my brain is offline again. That's Saturn across the way, Pluto in your fifth house. But Saturn across the way could indicate some support from some significant others. But Pluto is the wealth in the fifth house. So that's back to the romance and the winning money, pennies from heaven and windfalls could come for some Libras. Okay. So anyway, back to the moon. The moon is in your first house. So it's probably the most perfect card to draw Monday, Tuesday, activating that Venus story. You could qualify the moon as what you feel about things in life, but there's a deeper element there. There's like the shadowy realms, because when you condense the moon to a 9, 18 becomes a 9, you get the hermit with a lantern of wisdom and truth, shedding a light on things. So this is the lunar light, which is not clear, right? It's not guiding your way. It's reflecting the sun. It's a shadow light. It's reflecting some real light. It's not real light. It's fake light. So you look at your shadows with this often. You look at what holds you back. You can use your intuition with the moon this week ahead as well, but you also look at the shadow realms of your sky and what could hold you back from the things that you're actually wanting to experience or succeed at or have, appear in your life. And the moon on this week ahead is in a air trine to Uranus Monday and Tuesday. So that's the house of dreaming as well. So, and we dream at night. So I want you to pay attention Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday through breakthrough insights from your dreams, or if you're a trance state type person or a hypnosis type, from those states of consciousness as well. You may have some breakthrough insights coming your way. Oh, yeah, it's weird to be. I'm not like in a comfortable position on my makeshift story. Let me try to fix it, because it's like I'm leaning into you guys, okay, with the microphone and trying to get it closer to me and all of that stuff. See if I can do that without dropping a mic on the floor. Mic drop moment, literally. All right, so let's get going on the next sign. And the next sign is after Libra. And of course, the next sign is... Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're watching in the premiere. Like and subscribe if you're watching it later. Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising sign. Fabuloso time this week ahead as Venus starts on Monday into the sign of Leo. She'll be there till the 18th of the month. As she moves through your 10th house of career, she bonifies it. So it gives you a good 3-week run of career success in some manner. At the same time, it's a wedding signature. So you might go to someone's wedding, or you might get a wedding proposal or marriage proposal. This is also really good in terms of marketing, selling, and communicating types of work, or speaking in front of other people and being successful during this transit. As she enters here Monday, and you'll feel it through to Thursday, surprises financially from the 8th house of chunky money. Well, at the same time, Pluto in the 4th house indicates wealth. This energy could be wealth from a family member, mom or dad, it doesn't matter. It can come in any possible way. The moon is in a Jupiter connection This could indicate surprising wealth from a mother figure as well. I don't know that with Uranus in the eighth house, all surprises are about money, but with a Pluto hookup in the fourth, it looks like family of origin assets, real estate, and money could favor some Scorpios in the week ahead, or an unexpected, exciting opportunity to change your home and to move to a distant land connected to work opportunities. When I look at the Saturn story also in your sixth house, well, Saturn is the Lord of time and karma in one of the most karmatic houses. And so perhaps you're burning off some old karma and it's just like sizzling down and leaving you. Venus wants lasting work gains and success and enjoyment of the work you do in a way that's almost like a dream vision that you want to make real. I wonder if some of you are going to have some healing of a work career opportunity. Like you do work that you don't really love. Work is okay, but it's not your thing. And all of a sudden this week brings you a surprising, unexpected breakthrough that allows you to go into work that you truly love. You may even get enough money suddenly out of the blue from some situation to take a step back from work that you don't like. Now, the moon is the ruler of that Jupiter in your ninth house, and this week can open up Monday and Tuesday, some travel opportunity, visas, passports, foreign lands, distant shores, travel. And a very few of you with this moon will be looking at opportunities to travel for sure, but to move to another country or a far off land. If that occurs, it could come through work and career opportunities that surprise you, that come out of the blue. Being blindsided by opportunity is never a bad thing. If you want to secure a new rental property, if it's in a distant shore or far off land, that looks auspicious. So you could be renting a distant shore place. You might find a new opportunity through career to move to a new rental. There's an off chance that with Uranus bringing you unexpected developments in money, matters connected to banks and loans, also investments in the market, suddenly popping for you and bringing some riches to you as well. All said and done, you're bona fide by Jupiter blessing you by transiting through the ninth house and supporting you in a very lucky way over the next next year till next July. Now, I do say you could travel to a distant shore and far off land with this kind of combination, and also that you have sort of blindsided by some lucky money breaks. What I got for you is this card. I just drew it. And it's the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is looking with the world in your hand to a horizon line, right? There's something on the horizon and like something wants to happen, but it's not here yet. You have a kind of ponderingness about what it is you wish to accomplish. Wands can be deeply anchored in the spiritual. This is my soulmate card when I do a tarot, but you won't get a soulmate out of this one. It's really about work, in my humble opinion, more than anything else. But you could have your dream soulmate work path open up for you. We often have to decide when we get anything to do with a two, we have two options. So some major worldly decisions on the horizon line for you in this week ahead. Choose wisely. Choose wisely. You could also have a business partnership opening up for you or a business deal in this kind of sky as well. All right, let's go ahead and do the next sign. Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising is done. We move into the Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising. Venus moves into Leo and she fire trines you through to 18th of September. This begins on Monday, the 25th. She's going to, first of all, oppose Saturn. First of all, at the same time, she's going to move into this part of your sky on Monday. She comes into an opposition to Pluto. There is a power struggle. But maybe not. Maybe it's an actual revelation of something you don't see, something you need to know. But if that, either which way, it's active on a travel axis of the chart, learning, travel, teaching, pilgrimages, and all of that. So there's a revelation, a revealing. It may involve a sibling, two older or one younger or both at the same time. And when this happens, it may feel a little bit awkward at first. This is Monday, Tuesday, but then it all turns into lemonade of some sort because of the blue lines there. Venus is going to say, a surprise, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, as she ends up even into Thursday in a sextile to Uranus in the house of business partnerships and committed love relationships, and she flows to sexual romantic love, Saturn, Neptune, your dream karmic soulmate coming back from the past or past lives. Single Sag is looking for some love. You might be traveling, you might be in an educational setting, you might be doing something in a spiritual community, you might be on a pilgrimage, and you could meet a very strong and profound new love story opening up for you at this time. The power of love activates for single Sages here in unexpected, exciting, and exhilarating and fast-moving ways. If you're already in a relationship, then there's going to be some deep, profound soul work and breakthroughs going on in that love story. It could be that you're going to deal here with a partner in long-term committed love who's traveling, right? And if that's the case, then there could be some transformation because you're away from each other, but you could also be traveling together. You might be traveling for pilgrimages, learning, those types of things this week ahead. And that could bring some real regeneration of love and depth of sexual connection in an existing love story, healing that romantic and sexual wound that you've been dealing with since 2019, whether you're single or already in a love story. Your main partner in love could have breakthroughs that surprise her or him and you're watching them go through these surprising turning points in their own story. And they could have them coming through mechanisms of siblings, travel, success, unexpected success to do with publications and teaching and learning, and it may be all happening for a significant marriage type partner and not directly for you. But if I was a single Sag, I'd be traveling. Don't travel because of me, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, if you are traveling, maybe you're going to stumble into a profound love story. Okay, so there's that. The moon is in Libra, Monday, Tuesday kind of vibe, and that opens up some flow to Venus as well. And so you might find that early in the week, you're having some really lovely things occur that are very successful, positive, and fortunate through social time with friends or some friends or an elder sibling that wants to give you a benefit. You've got a lot of sibling activity here, so benefits from a sibling older than you in particular. And you may feel that and benefits trickling through in lucky, fortunate, surprising ways Monday and Tuesday from a sibling older than you. In this chart on Monday, Tuesday, 1 older, 2 older, 3 older, or 1 younger. So we've got the whole gamut of siblings that could possibly surprise you with blessings at this time. Okay, let's draw a card for you. And I think I'm done on that one. If you want to go to academic, university, college, this is up here. And there could be some breakthroughs for those of you who are engaging in applications to higher educational settings, or you're already in one and you could have some lucky breaks there. This is going to run through to the end of the month of September energetically. And also, I forgot to tell you, on Saturday, the moon moves into your sign, lighting up a sense of accomplishment, emotional satisfaction, and joy about things that began on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, giving you a nice fire trine to Venus. Yay! and to Saturn, Neptune on Saturday. You're feeling like on fire with purpose and excitement and luck or something like that on Saturday. All right, so the card I drew for you is the travel card. This could be moving your home as well as taking a journey somewhere. I already covered that. I mean, I don't have to repeat myself. You're moving towards a destination. You're changing your direction. You have some idea that you want to pursue, but it's definitely it's something to do with the 2 travel houses awakening during this time, okay? During Monday and Tuesday. And technically, I would also add to that maybe something along the lines of once you get the moon on Saturday into Sagittarius, then that really even stronger amplifies the idea of travel. And you don't have to take the trip this week. It could be the opportunity unexpectedly arising for travel or moves. I wouldn't put move at the top of the list on this chart. I would say travel, but you never know. Jupiter in the house of chunky money owns your real estate and could opportune financial blessings, trine the North Node to have you moving for sure to another country even. But travel first and foremost this week, Monday through Saturday, and great blessings through travel opportunities are heightened for you. Okay, let's go ahead and do the next sign. The next sign after Sagittarius is Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And what I love about this for you, Capricorn, is that it's going to be Venus. You know, you're a resourceful sign. You like your material wealth and prosperity. Happens to be that Venus is opening up Monday through to September 18th in a money house. So the eighth house is the money that you get because you've invested in something and money makes money, or has to do with the tax rebates or insurance payouts. It's money that can come through spousal wealth, and the spouse is making more money and you're getting to benefit. It's money that comes from the in-laws. It's money that comes from inheritances. So this chunky money activates. And because this chunky money is waking up a surprise in the house of debt, karmic and real, unexpected debt relief for any of you who have a debt or are indebted to another. So it's different ways to be indebted to another, like paying spousal support. You know, paying down the mortgage, paying off a loan. So debt owed to you, or debt owed to you, or debt you owe to others, and break free, breakthrough energy, says Venus. Look for the email, phone call, or text Monday through Thursday to delineate that as true. That's what Mercury's up to. Now, having Saturn, Neptune retrograde, and having Chiron, the chironic wound of where you belong, where you should live, your true home, all of that, that's been pretty darn bugging you since 2019. This is also quite soothing around that story, and unexpected surprising breakthroughs, because home, property, land, and real estate can be up on the menu Monday through Thursday. And when we even get to Saturday with the moon moving through the 12th house, distant shores or far off lands, home, land, property, and real estate are quite active. And it's quite possible you might be moving your home. Some of you may change your home by the end of this week, by the 31st. But on the other hand, it's much deeper than that. It has a lot to do as well with Pluto, transforming your values and around everything in life, but also wealth and money. And Venus Pluto is having you look under the hood at what you believe to be true about riches, wealth, money, and resources. That, you know, the rich bitch or the rich dude energy wants to wake up here. And there's just something about it that needs to be addressed. And you might feel awkward Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday about it, but then all this flow happens and it smooths out. Uranus is bringing surprises with work, with the moon Monday to Wednesday. The energy is 10th house. You might find yourself with an unexpected, surprising opportunity regarding work. And it could involve a different home or a change of home. That prosperity and success could come also unexpectedly with the life of your significant other, having some financial luck in her life or his life that benefits you as well. Also, I would say that Saturn and Neptune, Saturn is trying to bring you a secure home, a long-term home. He will be back here next February. He's retrograding September 1st out of the 4th house. Okay. So you might not be getting that long game true home yet, but next February, he goes directly into this part of your sky, and you may then be establishing a secure long-term home. You might like to live alone. Living alone would be an indication, solitude in the home. But there's something going on this week that gives you the doorway to that, right? The entry point to that possibility. So look to the events this week to be about money, wealth, prosperity, unexpected debt relief, or debts paid back to you, maybe career, job opportunity breakthrough, and the matter of finding a change of home. And this week gives you opportunities, but you may not get the final true home story coming until next year, right? But with Saturn going back into your 11th house, you might have to move to a new home that's in another city, another neighborhood. You know, you'll have to travel, so it won't be the house next door. All right, so let's go and draw a card for you on this one, Capricorn. What is your solo tarot card draw message for this time ahead? And I want you to remember that this is general bell curve astrology, and so not everything I say will mean everything to you. I did draw two cards for you. They came out together. I was going to try to ditch one, but I thought I'll keep them both. Moon, look at your shadow material around your success to do with career, reputation, and marriages and committed love. Okay, I'm not going to explain it all. That's one thing I'd look at for you. Second of all, the first card that popped out was competition. You might need to be in a competitive mindset this week ahead. Now, I do see Uranus and the moon indicating an unexpected, surprising opportunity that may be connected to job and work. Pluto is in a work earnings house, and you might be in a job competition, and you might have to get your spirit up, your resume up, You might also, if you're already retired, because some of you might be, having some kind of spirit of what you need to defend and compete for, what you need to like be, excited about. There's a fifth house storyline going on. We compete, like we can be very competitive in the fifth house. It's a house of natural talents and gifts, but it also can be very athletic energy. So competing to succeed at something from your entrepreneurial or creative business orientation. I'm going to just think about this as well. Yeah, that's what I got for you. But you look under the hood on the shadow material, okay? Because the moon is there as well. And the moon in the 10th house on Monday and Tuesday is important because it's really connected very sweetly to what's going on with Venus. And, Uranus has unexpected opportunity. The shadow material also could be Saturn, the moon moving on Saturday this weekend into the 12th house. And because it's trine the 4th house and trine Venus in the 8th house, all of the unknown dimensions, your childhood, past lives, your psychological baggage are going to be activated on the weekend for you to inspect more deeply. Okay. If an unexamined life is not good, or as Carl Jung says, we don't get enlightened by imagining figures of light by confronting the darkness or something like that. And there's a bit of that going on in a positive way on this weekend ahead for you. All right, next sign. If anything I'd say about my shoulder, and thank you for all your advice, guys, I appreciate it. It's getting better slowly. I probably need to see an osteopath. Is that this is the arm I use for my mouse. Yeah. And that's probably the major problem of why this is a shoulder problem. But as soon as Uranus went into Gemini, which I think rules the shoulders, this shoulder went like kaboom on me. And it's annoying. It's just annoying. It's not the worst thing. I can lift my arm over my head. It's not a frozen shoulder. Okay. All right. It is getting better slowly. Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising. Let's go. I'm one of you. This video does not want to be too long. Basically, I think what you're going to experience with this energy, with this beautiful sky, is something positively breaking through in long-term committed love, romance, or your audience and marketplace. For people who are like an actor or people who are on social media and you have to get fans or, the opposite of trolls, people who really like you. This is a glow up, right? This is where Venus will be loving you up through till September 18th. But in romantic love stories, of course, that's going to bring more harmony and peace and beauty to the love story that you're in. If you're looking for love, it can bring new love in. And Mercury is also a lot of communications back and forth with the one you love. So this is a good for the love energy because the surprise is from Uranus. So if you're single and looking for a relationship, unexpected, surprising love stories emerge that are quite fated. Lord Saturn says they can last a long time and could have a quality of soulmate, Venus, Neptune. And if you're already in a relationship, it can rejuvenate or suddenly have a breakthrough in the relationship. And it involves romantic love and sexual energy with Uranus in the 5th house. Unexpected travel opportunities, leisure opportunities, or romantic travel opportunities can emerge for some of you in this week ahead. Pluto is in your sign. You are Pluto, Darth Vader. You are heavily, breathing like through a microphone, like, you have a lot of power right now. Sometimes it's too much to handle. It can feel like you're burning out, right? Because your transpersonal willpower God is moving through your little personal will. And sometimes that can be a challenge. So be kind to your body, be kind to yourself. You're trying to embody a force much larger than life, much larger than an individual can hold. And Pluto is looking across at the relationship house to your clients, your audience, your significant other, your business partner. I can't say who's got the upper hand. It is a bit of a Monday through Wednesday cathartic, transformational, regenerative relationship energy. It can be very much profound, under the surface energy, going deeper than the surface, looking under the hood between you and another person, bringing surprising, shocking, and surprising and delightful insights that can endure and last a long time for you and the other person. That said, all said and done, if you're an entrepreneur in the online social media sphere, Uranus in the 5th house and 3rd house, Saturn, Neptune bring great success. This is a good week for those social media entrepreneurial types or artistic and creative and entrepreneurial types. Also, those of you who are in the world of writing and by virtue publishing, this is a super successful week ahead as well. Looking through to Monday, Tuesday, and into Wednesday. Thank you, Libra Moon, to support some really powerful success stories in those areas. Unexpected opportunities to connect, to travel, long distance or short distance, it doesn't matter, arising for you this week ahead, connected to entrepreneurial or creative endeavors or to romantic situations. A female could enter your life who has a profound impact on your identity and your reality and your success and your art and your creativity. But that is the Venus person who may enter your life this week ahead and even through till September the 18th. And it depends on your age, but you could get pregnant or your partner could get pregnant and there's a surprise, but everyone's happy, even though it's profound and it jolts your reality. So there's that vibe here. And if you are a parent of adult children with the moon in the ninth, a surprising discovery that you're going to be a grandparent may emerge by the end of this week. On Saturday, the moon moves through your 11th house of good spirit, could bring pennies from heaven and windfalls your way on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So there's that part of the sky as well. And even just Uranus in the house of good fortune, right? Ruled by Venus in your Leo house, and Jupiter, of course, blessing you as well in the 6th house. There's a lot of luck going on here about money that could come that like it's owed to you, like a debt. But honestly, it can be any kind of debt. It could be a karmic debt and you get rich because you were like poor in another life and you gave all your money away. But there could be a nice financial glow up as well, just because of the debt qualities of Jupiter, and the activation of the moon at the beginning of the story talks to Jupiter as well. So some unexpected financial fortune could show up, and it may not appear until the weekend or Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but that looks good on you as well. I'm going to draw a card for us Aquarius. This is such a great week. Last week was pretty good too. I just had my Jupiter Venus blessing. I'm going to share that at my outro. Okay, you won't believe the story. All right. And what's our look what we have. We have the Empress. Okay, fertility. I told you grandchild or children on the horizon, but you can birth baby projects, baby businesses. It's all really good. Fertility, prosperity, juicy yay, creative energies on the thrival this week ahead. And she's totally in alignment with the whole story of what we just talked about. She's holding like a complete like scepter of feminine power here, divine feminine power. And she is filled with the wheatgrass in front of her. And she's all golden yellow. And this is a good success energy. It's good for also just a literal kind of luscious enjoyment of the pleasures of life. But also, who's making babies or baby grandkids this week ahead, or baby businesses and baby creative art? Who knows? Let's see what happens. Now, finally, last but not least, and I need to travel with a better setup for travel, because this is like, I'm angling down at you guys off of a higher sofa. We're doing Pisces, sun, moon, and rising. And I'll tell you okay, Pisces, sun, moon, rising sign. You are never last, but always least. You guys are the best. Mystic poets of the zodiac. I always name you. Here we go. Well, first of all, we love Venus for you because she's your exaltation lord. So just like the Taurus and Libras, Gemini, Taurus and Libra, you need to watch her. She's going to be in your 6th house. Your 6th house is karmic debt, real debt, pets, rental opportunities, sextiles, Uranus, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, unexpected, beautiful rental opportunity emerges. To be the landlord or the leasee, it doesn't really matter. Shocks and unexpected surprises to change your home connected to money, chunks of money, real estate in money to do with buying, selling property, money to do with finances and refinances, positivity and luck. And I do want to say that with Venus here, talking to Saturn in the 2nd house with Neptune, hardships around money can be Saturn, but he's retrograde, so he's making it easy. He wants to stabilize your money, help you save your money, structure your money. Neptune is, kind of rolling back your illusions about finances, and both of these guys can bring you a kind of visionary dream come true about the money you make or want to earn. And at the same time, this is happening, Venus is hooking up to them for enduring success financially connected to work. It doesn't matter if you get a job. It doesn't matter if you do your own thing. You're going to have financial success this week ahead. And you could even begin to see how that is possible. And it may be connected to things you were thinking of doing in the past, that you are restructuring it now and you're ready to go on this work front. Because Uranus is in the fourth house, so there are surprises connected to the home life, to property, land, and real estate, and rental properties. Unexpected pets as well can show up in your life this week ahead. And you may also find yourself in a situation where you can suddenly, unexpectedly release yourself from some debt. Breakthroughs in that area. The moon will be in the eighth house of the banks, the loans, the mortgages, credit cards. You may have an unexpected opportunity to restructure, eliminate a debt. You also could notice that Pluto in this 12th house is having you confront your own self-undoing, your own worst enemy, your addictions, and your self-sabotage. It's literally like you can see deeply with a new cathartic, regenerative, renewing, rebirthing energy, how you're patterned around debt, money, challenge, stories, and self-worth, and really break through, especially if you're looking at the childhood, growing up, parental stories that were taught to you about money. Money doesn't grow on trees. You'll never amount to anything. You have to work like a slave to get your money. Rich artists are never rich. Whatever the stories you patterned on by hearing your parents talk or having them tell you stuff. This is a very powerful breakthrough week for you, and you might completely turn that around by this week's sky. And if you're looking for some career opportunity or career success, certainly having the moon traveling Sagittarius on Saturday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there's energy up there to say success through unexpected, exciting career, job, breakthrough opportunities for you. If you wanted to date somebody because you're single, you could date somebody on the sky. It could indicate exciting new dating opportunities close to home. How close to home? Down the neighborhood street, not too far from home, or from somebody in your childhood and somebody from your past. So childhood, past, dating opportunities. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Venus rules your house to travel. They may be traveling. You may be traveling. You may meet them because of travel as well. Or you bump into them in the neighborhood pub. But if you're single, there could be new love coming that way. If you're with somebody, ignore all the stories I just told you. It really isn't relevant to you at all. Now, I'm going to draw a card for you, and we're going to finish this story up with my outro. And the card is choices. You need to make a choice. This is a money choice. The earth of choices of work, job, money that you save, money that you earn, debts, and choices and decisions. Well, that's clear. I already talked about that. One thing I'd say about Pentacles is that you have two sides to choose from. A or B, up or down, one, first or second, choose the one that's going to relieve you of anxiety and open up new vistas. I got the anxiety card, then it followed it up with this. If you have a debt and it's a burden and you're anxious about it, the solution can come, but choose a solution that relieves you of the anxiety, whatever that looks like. Money anxiety release this week ahead, looking to new horizons for a ship of new success financially to arise. Okay. Wishing you the very best. And now the outro. Okay. So last week we had the Jupiter-Venus conjunction. This is a synchronicity and an astrology story. I want you guys to think about it for your own sign. Jupiter and Venus came together and they said, lucky break, right? Here we go. Some new, prosperous, exciting, successful thing on the dog star. Hasn't happened since 1991. And after that, 1992, back to back. This is back again. If you haven't watched my Jupiter to Jupiter videos about Jupiter conjuncting Venus, they're on my channel. Go look for them. They're on playlist. You'll find it there. And because it's powerful energy. And when Jupiter and Venus came together last week in Cancer, they came together in my work house. So I'm expecting a work luck opportunity of some sort. And nothing was showing up yet because I told everybody, yes, it happened last week, but it unfolds over a year. And you're going to feel more of it as, sort of gestates through the sky. Anyway, so then what happens is this Jupiter-Venus conjunction happens when Venus is still in Cancer, right? I'm talking to you on August the 16th. She doesn't move into Leo until brain. Okay, the time that she moves into Leo is, hang on, give me a sec while I get the chart up. I was a menopause brain. August 26th. No, sorry. Oh my God. I'm literally having a moment here. Monday, August the 25th. Like I'm traveling and I'm pre-recording a bunch of videos. My brain is offline. But anyway, so not last week from when you're listening, okay? So go back and watch my video last week from this week. Okay, Venus and Jupiter came together in the sky. So the exact date of the Venus Jupiter conjunction, it was on August the 12th. And so now I'm recording on the 16th. Okay. So August 12th to the 16th, I'm still in the afterglow of Venus Jupiter conjunction in my house of work. Sorry about that, guys. Here's the synchronicity story, too. So, one of the things I had thought I wanted to achieve or do, and I put it as an intention in January of this year, was to get on some podcasts that I love, like Amrit Sandhu and Next Level Soul podcast. And there's a lot of podcasters I like. And one of them is Jeff Mara. And I've been listening to Jeff Mara now for about a year. And I really enjoy his content. A lot of near-death experience people, a lot of people with mystical experiences and insights. And literally, and I've been watching some people go out there all over the place, like, Pam Gregory and a bunch of them, what's his name? The British guy. Anyway, going on some of these bigger podcasts, I'm like, I maybe need a publicist. I need to promote myself. I should be reaching out to these guys, right? Why am I leaving it to chance? Anyway, yesterday, so on August the 13th, 3 days after the conjunction of Venus and Jupiter on the dog star on August 12th, I'm driving my partner to this cabin that I'm in, and we end up turning on. No, I have downloaded some shows to watch listen to on our pod, in our car when we're driving for hours and hours. And I downloaded Jeff Mara, and we watched a great show about this woman who had a near-death experience. We listened to it. It was really, really inspiring, and her near-death experience was amazing. And I was thinking to myself, shoot, I'd love to be on his show. I wonder if I should send a picture or something to him. I'm not sure what to do, how to start it out. And today, the day after, at 11:30 a.m., he messages me on Facebook and wants me on his channel. I'm recording with him on August 29th. You can't make this stuff up. It's a story about synchronicity, but also a wish. Like I made a wish. I thought about it and I thought, I'd really like to be on a show. I really respect this guy. I love the way he does the interviews. He's really a good interviewer. And here it arrived on my doorstep. But the doorstep was created by this conjunction of Jupiter and Venus in my sixth house for my Aquarius rising. So it's just an inspiring little story to pay attention to how there's an intersection between your wishes and the fulfillment and the synchronicity flow. And second of all, what it is about that Jupiter conjunction that occurred on the 12th. I would say that it's probably going to be effectively showing you its true hand until August 25th, right? When you're listening to this video. So you have to go back in the rearview mirror and tell me what happened. That's my outro. See you guys soon. Have a great day. It's crazy bad lighting. I'll deal with it. Ciao.